You're going to be hearing a lot in coming days about our person of the week, Sheryl Sandbur, the COO of Facebook. She is announcing a kind of movement to power more women to the top. And here's a stark fact. Tonight, women earn almost 60% of all college degrees, but they hold only 14% of the top jobs in America's big companies. So Sandbur has written a book called Lean In. And when I talked to her last May, she said, we have to teach our daughters to believe they are going to run the company if we want the workplace to change for all women and their families.
Sheryl Sandbur says she wants to see young women celebrate ambition and never tell themselves they have to give up money or their passion because they want a family. She even heard her own daughter say she couldn't be president. And why?
Because I want to be a mommy.
My daughter heard a song, she's 4, with all the presidents in it, and her first question was, Mommy, why are they all boys? And I thought, good question. What happens is that men believe they can do both, have careers and families. Women think it's going to be pressured and have to choose. And they start leaning back and they start thinking, well, I'm not going to be able to do all this because I want to have a child one day.
Do not lean back, lean in. Put your foot on that gas pedal and keep it there until the day you have to make a decision, and then make a decision.
And that decision, she says, could be changing the workplace. She hopes the younger generation remember what these opportunities would have meant to their grandmothers.
My grandmother was an incredible woman. You know, in her generation, you didn't work outside the home, but she had breast cancer, which she survived young. And so she started selling watches to raise money for breast cancer research out of her car. And she did this and built it into what was a business, you know, anyone would be proud to have. And I often think about what would have happened to my grandmother, what her career would have been like had she been born when I was born.
So Sandbur has written the book, and she's creating forums to teach women confidence while sitting at a table of power. She remembers 8 years ago, after her first child, she'd sneak out of the office early to be home.
I certainly didn't lie about it, but I wasn't out there giving speeches either. And I did all the things a lot of women do. You know, I kept my lights in my office on.
No more, she says publicly. She's going to leave.
I started saying to people, I go home at 5:30 when I'm in town so I can have dinner with my kids, and then I'm available later at night. And everyone knows that. And I started talking about it internally, not for me, but to make it safe for everyone else who worked there.
But could you do that because you were you? Can all women go in and say that this is what they need for their lives?
Not every job is as flexible, even though technology certainly is making more jobs more flexible.
Sandbur acknowledges she's lucky she has real choices. But she argues that only when women stay and succeed in the workplace can they help make the workplace better for the women who do not.
No one gets to the corner office by sitting on the side, not at the table. We've got to get women to sit at the table. Number 2.
As she told a graduating class at Barnard, this is the crossroads. Believe you're the one who will recreate the world.
I hope that you, yes you, each and every one of you, have the ambition to run the world, because this world needs you to run it. Women all around the world are counting on you. I'm counting on you.
And so we choose Sheryl Sandbur. And by the way, she says they have encouraging signs all over the Facebook offices, and her favorite is, what would you do if you were not afraid?